If you want to learn the factorization of quadratic equation and expression, then this video is for you. This is our second video in quadratic series. Welcome to Just Academic Mathematics, where we make you a mathematics genius. Today we are going to be starting off methods of solving quadratic equation. I've done a little write-up to give a background to it. The methods of solving quadratic equation. There are four methods basically of solving quadratic equation. These include factorization method, completing the square method, general formula method, and the graph method. In the course of this class, I'm going to be treating these three. Later, I'm going to be treating graph method. So that brings us to factorization method. Factorization of quadratic expression and equation in one variable. Factorization of quadratic expression and equation in one variable. 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 Now, what do I mean by that? I'm referring to quadratic equations and expression that has to do with one variable. In our next class, I will show you how to factorize quadratic equations and expression that are in more than one variable. Some are up to 2-3 variables in one equation. Now, you remember the general function of a quadratic equation. To factorize ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, you will need to get two factors, numbers, that their sum, if you add them, is b, and their product, if you multiply them, the two numbers, it will give you ac. That is the general rule. Look at it here. So we're looking for two numbers that will add to give us b, times to give us ac. It works for all as far as it can be factorized. I get what I'm saying? It works for all. So we times them to give us ac, that is coefficient of x squared times the constant here, ac. The same two numbers, if we add them together, it will give us the one at the center, b. So after deriving the two factors, attach s to them and use them to replace bs, the one at the center, after which factorize in pairs. I will show you. Look at example 1. Let's start with this. Example 1. Example 1 here. Now look at our example 1. Example 1 say factorize s squared minus 4s minus 21 equals to 0. So if you have followed what I said, the general rule says that you look for what? You look for two numbers. Let's do it here. Two factors that if you add them, when you add these same two factors, it will give you b. What is b? b is minus 4 here. And when you multiply the same two factors, two numbers, it will give you ac. A here is 1. Times c. C is what? Minus 21. Which is the same thing as what? Minus 21. So in other words, our work now is to look for two numbers that when we add the two numbers, it will give us minus 4. When we multiply the two numbers, it will give us 21. Now, where the confusion is, where people get struggle to understand, is how to now know the two numbers. Now, to know the two numbers is not difficult. If you want to know the two numbers, all you need to do... What's going on with this thing? If you want to know the two numbers, all you need to do is to get the factors of the one you multiply. That is the factors of 21. The two numbers are within the factors of 21. And if the factors and the number you are looking for the factor, if it is small, you can easily list them. This is what I mean. I can easily list the factors of 21, knowing that they are 1, 3, 7, and 21. These are the numbers that can divide 21 without remainder. That is what we mean by factors of 21. But there is another way to get it, but this is basically what you have to do. So when you get the factors of 21, the two numbers we are looking for is within these 4 factors of 21. So it's either going to be 1 and 3, or 1 and 7, or 1 and 21, or 3 and 7, or 3 and 21, or 7 and 21. There must be a way to pair 2 here, such that when you add, you get 4 minus 4 times to give it minus 21. But if you look at this, we can't use 1 and 21. Why? Because there is no way I can add 1 and 21 to give me 4. There is no way I can add 21 and 3 to give me 4. The only two numbers I can add here to give me 4 or minus to give me 4 is 3 and 7. So already I know that the two number is between 3 and 7. So the question now is it going to be plus 3 minus 7, or minus 3 plus 7, or minus 7 minus 3? Now, it has to be what? It has to be minus 7 and plus 3. I will tell you why. Why is it minus 7 plus 3? Because minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4. And minus 7 times 3 is minus 21. It can be plus 3 minus 7. So it has to be minus 7 plus 3. So now that we know the two numbers, the two factors, we will now attach s to these two factors. Use it to replace this one at the center, so that we will now get s squared. In the place of minus 4x, we will replace what? 7x plus 3x. That is the two value. 7s plus 3s. Then what? Minus 21 equals to 0. If you notice, minus 7s plus 3s will give us minus 4. So nothing has changed. This s squared, look at it here. This 2 is this one here. Then this is this. Now to factorize, we factorize in pairs. What do I mean by in pairs? In this first pair, this first 2, what is common? You will notice that x is common. If x is outside, what will remain here? It will remain s minus 7. Make sure that when you open the bracket, you will get back to this. Because this times this will give me s squared. And this time this, s times minus 7 will give minus 7s. In this last 2, what is common? Plus 3 is common. Why is plus 3 common? Because plus 3 can go into these 2. And what will remain here? It will remain x minus 7. Then you check if it's correct. 3 times s, 3s, plus 3 times minus 7, minus 21, equals to 0. The rule is that after factoring this place, simplifying this place, the two brackets has to be identical. When the two brackets is identical, you are correct. But sometimes the two brackets can be identical and you are wrong. But if you have done the right thing, the two brackets will be the same. S minus 7, S minus 7, not S minus 7, S plus 7. No, they have to be the same. Now, looking at this, the whole of this, what is common? X minus 7 is common. So if S minus 7 is outside, what will remain here? Here will remain X. And what will remain here? Here will remain plus 3, which is now what? Equals to 0. So from here, we separate that what? X minus 7 is equals to 0, or S plus 3 is equals to 0. There is no need for this bracket again. So we conclude that S is equals to 7, or S is equals to minus 3. So these are the two answers that gave birth to this equation. And this is how to factorize quadratic equation in one variable. Let's see another example. You can watch it over and over again and understand it properly. Look at example 2. With the same procedure. Solution. We want to factorize this. So where do we start from? Remember, the equation says that what? That 3s squared minus 38s plus 80 is equals to 0. Let's factorize that. What do? We come and look for two numbers that when we add them together, it will give us minus 38. That is what is at the center, if it's well arranged. And when we times them together, it will give us AC. A times C. What is A? 3. What is C? 80. Are you with me now? And what is 3 times 80? 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 8 is what? 24. That is 240. So listen carefully. So we are now going to look for two numbers that will add to give us minus 38 times to give us 240. The work again is how to know these two numbers. How do we know these two numbers? I told you before that you can go and list the factors of the one you multiply. But 240 is a large number. To list the factors of 240, you are likely to miss out some. You are likely to make a mistake. So what is the alternative since 240 is a large number? This 240 here, express it as a product of each prime factor. Watch and see what I will do. So here, 2 going to 240 is 120. 2 going to 120 is what? 60. 2 going to 60 is 30. 2 going to 30 is 15. 3 going to 15 is 5. 5 going to 5 is 1. Now, do you know the meaning of this now? The meaning of this now is simply that the two numbers, we're going to pair what is here, these prime numbers here. We'll look for a way to pair them into 2, so that when we add, it will give us what? Minus 38 and 240. So this is what I mean. I can check 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. I can check. I'm just checking. I'm not saying it, but that is what it will be. What if 16? This time this is 15. Can 16 and 15 give us 38? 16 plus 15 cannot give us 38. There is no way we can add them to give us this time this 4, 8, 16. 16 and 15 cannot give us 38. But let's check 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 3 will give us 48. 16 times 3, 48. 48 and 5 cannot give us 38. So we need to consider something else. What about 2 times 2, 4? 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 5, 40. And 60. And 6. 40 and 6 cannot give us 48. What about 4, 20? Then 4, 12. This is 4, 20. 20 and... So, okay. How about 3 times 5, 15. 15 times 3, 30. That should work. This one should work. So, you can see this 30. I hope you are seeing that. This is 30 here. 3 times 2 times 5, 10. 10 times 3, 30. And this 3 here is 8. So the two numbers we are looking for, 38. 30 and 8 will work. Actually, it's going to be minus 8 minus 30. Those are the two numbers. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that it work like this does not mean all of them will be like this. There will be some that it will be this and this last one. Then the other ones at the middle you will pair. There will be some you may have to. So the pairing does not, it's not always like this. But if you pair it properly, as far as the equation can be factorized, you will see two numbers that when you add, you will get 38. You times, you will get 240. Because this time this will give you 240. This plus this will give you minus 38. So we attach s to these two and use it to replace this 38 here. So we have 3s squared minus 8x minus 30x plus 80 is equals to 0. So with that, I've told you that once you have gotten it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, you factorize in pairs. This first pair, what is common? Only s is common. S is outside. What will remain here? It will remain 3x minus 8. In this second pair, what is common? 10 is common. Minus 10. Minus 10 is outside because of this minus. If minus 10 is outside, what will remain here? It will remain 3x, and here has to be minus 8. I will show you why now. Why will here has to be minus and not plus? Because minus 10 times 3 is minus 30. Minus 10 times minus 8 will give you plus 80. So here will not be plus because minus is out. If here is plus, that means minus 10 times plus 8 will give you minus 80. But here is plus 80. So the way it is now, this time this is this, correct? And minus 10 times minus 8 plus 80, correct? The two brackets, like I said, will always be what? The same. Now that we see that the two brackets are the same, what do? we bring out the common bracket, which is what? 3s minus 80 minus 8 rather. What is remaining? When we bring out these two as one common value, what will remain here? Here will remain x, and here will remain minus 10 equals to 0. So from there, we now know that 3s minus 8 is equals to 0, s minus 10 is equals to 0. So what? 3s is equals to 8, or there is all there, and s is equals to what? 10. So we conclude that s is equals to 8 over 3, or s is equals to what? 10. You can leave it like that, but in maths, we can go ahead and put this one in mixed fraction as 2 whole number 6, 2 over 3, or s is equals to 10. So this is the answer. Oh, they stop here, safe. That is option C. This is where they stop. So they stop here. 8 over 3 or what? Or 10. Well factorized. Well factorized. So that is maths. It's just about principle. Follow the principle. I'll show you two more before I close this topic. We'll continue with factorization as we go along. We'll definitely continue with factorization. Now let me show you two more. Now look at this example of 3. Example 3 says factorize 35s squared plus minus 76 plus 12. 35s squared minus 76 plus 12. The same thing. Solution. We want to factorize this. We look for two numbers that when we add, it will give us what? Minus 76. And when we times the same two numbers, it will give us A times C. That is 35 times what? Times 12. And 35 times 12 will give me what? Will give us what? 420. 420. So those are the two. We'll look for two numbers. We will add to give us 420, times to give us what? Times to give us 420, add to give us minus what? 76. Let's go and check. Express 420 as a product of each prime factor. Now, 2 will go here, you have 2, 1, and 0. 2 will go here, you have into 21 is of course 10, remember 1. Into 10 is 5. Or you can say 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 1, 0, remember 1. Into 10, 5. 2 into 10, 5. Into sorry, 2 cannot go again. Let's consider 3. 3 will go here many times. 3 can go. 3 into 10 is 2. 3 rather, that is 9. 3 into 10 is 3, 9. That is 9 times 9. 3 times 3, 9. Remember 1. Into 15, 5. 3 cannot go again. 5 go here. 5 into 35 is what? 7. And 7 into 7, 1. So again, we need to merge this part into 2 such that we will get what? 76 and what? And 420. So you have to just reason fast and see how to merge it. 76. This time this 4 times 5, 20. And 21 cannot give us 76. 76. How about 1070? That should work. Watch this. This 2 is 6. But this one here, plus times this 7. 2 times 5, 10. 10 times 7, 70. That should work. So can you see? We are looking for 70 and 6 will give us 76. As a matter of fact, it should be minus 70 minus 6. Minus 70 minus 6 is minus 76. Minus 70 times minus 6 is plus 420. So the work is just to get the 2 factor. Once you get the 2 factor, the work is done. Is that clear? So we come here and say that 35x squared, in the place of this 76, we replace it with what? Minus 70x minus 6x plus what? 12. But I want you to notice there is no equals to 0 here now. And when there is no equals to 0, I will show you, just solve it, I will show you where to stop. So at this stage, what is common here? Of course, 35x will come out here. And what will remain here? It will remain x minus 2. If you check it, this time this will give you this time this will still give you this. In this second pair, what is common? Minus 6 is out. What will remain? X minus 2. Check it. Minus 6 times s minus 6s. Minus 6 times minus 2 plus 12. Now, if you look at this, the two brackets is the same. Bring out what is common, which is the common bracket, s minus 2. If you do that, what will remain? It will remain, what will remain here? It will remain 35x. What will remain here? Minus 6. And nothing can come out here, so you stop here. It's factorized now. There is no equals to 0. Assuming there is equals to 0, we can solve it further. But since there is no equals to 0, we stop it here. So that is how to factorize quadratic equation. Let me show you one more. Look at example 6. Example 4 rather. Let me show you one more. I close with this. Make sure you see the next video. I'm taking it step by step, stage by stage. I get what I'm saying? In our next class, I will show you another aspect of factorization. So I'm treating about 3 or 4 topics in factorization alone. So make sure you follow me. Now, solution, the same thing, nothing has changed. We look for 2 factors we will add to give us B. What is B? B is 11. Regardless of the arrangement, make sure you don't get confused. B is 11. And we'll times to give us AC. What is A? A is 7. And what is C? Minus 6. That is 7 times minus 6. Are you following? And of course, you know that 7 times 6 is what? 42. So we're looking for add to give us 11, times to give us minus 42. So we'll come here and we list the 2 numbers. You don't actually need this. So, if I'm solving on my own, I don't need to show this. I'm only using this for you to understand it properly. You can even get the 2 numbers without doing this and proceed to solve this. You don't really need that. Okay, now what are the 2 numbers? You can go ahead and list the factors of 42, or you express 42 as a product of each prime factor, and then you group into these 2 go here, 2 and 1, 3 go here, 7 go here, 1. The 2 numbers we're looking for is here. So we need 11 and we need what? We need add to give us 11. How do we get 11? This and this is 6. 6 and 7 cannot give us 11. But 14 and 3 can give us 11. So we work with this. 14 and 3. How do I mean? To get plus 11, 14 minus 3. 14 minus 3 will give us plus 11. 14 times minus 3 will give us minus 42. Can you see that now? So this is what we are using. So we come here, minus 6. In the place of plus 11, we replace it with what? Plus 14x minus 3x, then plus 7s squared. And what is common? What is common here now? You don't need to rearrange if it's factorization. Just go ahead and factorize it like that. What is common here? What is common here is 2, or rather minus 2. Minus 2. If minus 2 is outside, what will remain here? Here will remain 3. And here will remain minus, not plus, minus 7x. Because minus times minus will give you plus. Here, what is common? Only x. Minus x is common. If x is outside, here will remain 3. And here will remain minus 7x. Minus x times 3 minus 3s. Minus s times minus 7s plus 7s squared. The 2 brackets are the same. If you pick the bracket that is the same, 3 minus 7x, what will remain here? It will remain minus 2 minus x. So, since they didn't give us option, we can as well stop here. There is no option to know whether this one is starting followed by this. There is something I didn't mention. If there is no equals to 0, remember that this minus and this is still the same thing. It doesn't matter. This can follow by this can so it's the law of this thing. So it doesn't change anything, because 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Anyone can come first. So that is it for this class. Make sure you see the next video as we continue on our series in quadratic equation. In our next class, I'm going to be showing you how to factorize quadratic equation involving more than one variable. Multiple variable. It's a must watch. You can't afford to miss it. And please share this video. Share it now. Share it on all your social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Just share, let people know, and come and benefit on what we are doing here in this platform. And if you are in need of one-on-one tutorial, want somebody to teach you, just only you, explain this thing in detail so that you will understand it, I am available. Just contact me. Reach out to me via WhatsApp on the contact that is being displayed now. Send me a message and I will respond. It doesn't matter anywhere you are. I have students all over the world. I have students in Canada. I have students in Qatar. I have students in Ireland. I have students in United Kingdom. I have students in America. I have students in South Africa. I have students in Nigeria. So it doesn't matter where you are. I can teach you wherever you are. I get what I'm saying. So that is it. If you are not following us on our social media platform, do so now. The handle, both YouTube and Facebook, is Just Academy Mathematics. Subscribe. Thank you. See you in our next class.